Look at my hair today. It's a nice mess. This is what happens when you actually shower. That's why I don't. Save water and your good looks. Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel, Our Future is Mars. My name is Charlotte and I'll be your host for today. If you haven't read the title of the video, this video is all about the 8 R's. I kind of want to first clarify. I think we've all been taught, hopefully we've all been taught at least the 3 R's, right? Reduce, reuse, recycle. But what we haven't been taught are the 8 R's. Some people think there's 5, right? There could probably be 10. There's a lot of R's. I like to say there's 8. I don't know, I like the number 8. I've referred to these in the past, kind of scattered throughout videos, but I thought it would just be a good idea to clearly cover what the 8 R's actually are. I think we really do need to fully understand them. So the 8 R's, in the order that I like to prioritize them, is refuse, reduce, reuse, repair, rethink, regift, recover, rot, and recycle. So that's 8. Okay, let's dive into what each of those mean. So let's start with reduce/refuse. Reducing our consumption is key to saving the planet and living a sustainable life. We can reduce our consumption of material possessions as well as our energy usage. We can reduce the amount of water we use and the animal products we eat. All of this can help the planet. The less we use, the less our carbon footprint is, and with other material possessions, we can practice refusing. By refusing to buy products such as fast fashion or, like I said before, meat and dairy, we are telling companies that we don't want their products that have high footprints, and don't consume what you don't need to. Okay, with reuse, I'm trying to go through these kind of quickly, but this is going to be a long video, whatever. With reuse, when you can, use things multiple times. We can reuse clothing by buying secondhand, or even reuse water by, for example, planting crops with water that's already been used once for something else. For example, cooking. You can reuse things like plastic containers rather than immediately recycling them from a takeout or something. And reusing can help you to reduce and refuse as well, because then you no longer need to go buy something else. One last thing to remember is even when the status quo is to just throw it away, you can reuse things like plastic water bottles or plastic bags until they are literally falling apart and broken down. Also, reuse by sharing with others and finding new uses for old objects. And number 3, we have repair. Before buying something new when another thing breaks, it's super valuable to get into the habit of repairing things. It can be so easy to throw away broken items. However, the more sustainable thing to do is to save both materials and money by repairing your products. Whether that just means cleaning some rust off or learning a new skill to make an old object new again. Both are beneficial. Even repairing other objects that you find on the side of the road or in the trash so that it doesn't have to go to a landfill, so that maybe someone else can have a new item instead of buying one. It's all super useful. Fix or repair your objects rather than throwing them away. Number 4, we have rethink. This is number 4 or number 5? I don't care. Rethink. Rethinking is vital to a sustainable future. I think we all need to change our mindset to live more sustainably, consciously, and intentionally. This is why building sustainable habits is so important to decreasing your carbon footprint. We need to learn to just appreciate nature and be mindful of your consumption habits as well as your relationship with stuff, and even more so your relationship with Earth. Next, we have regift. So when we want to reuse or we have repaired something old, one of the best things we can learn is to regift. Because again, then you're not getting so materialistic about it. If we know we don't want, need, or we're not going to use something, please give it away. Or if we know we're given a gift that we know someone's going to appreciate a lot more than we are. It's a really good practice. And this can make the gift-giving process a much more circular, personal, and therefore meaningful experience. It's super vital to share. Sharing is caring. A number, is this 6? I don't know what number we're on. I think we're on number 6. We have recover. So we can recover both things like energy and materials. And the only way to recover the state of the planet is to recover the material things we use first. It's similar to repairing broken items, but we also need to recover energy as well and learn to use circular systems for everything. Right now, we're on track to have a green recovery, or that's at least the goal. Green recovery is a widely adopted name for a package of environmental, regulatory, and physical reforms to recover prosperity. We just need to recover sustainably always. At number 7, we have rot, and this is just another term for composting. Letting food rot outside or even in a facility, wherever that needs to be, to make it useful for plants and become a nutritious fertilizer. Letting it just sit in the trash and the landfill is one of the best ways to deal with waste for sure, mainly food waste. If you can't feed over-ripened food to animals, the best next choice is to give it to plants. Food can break down into healthy soil when it's exposed to oxygen, rather than when it's in a landfill, it isn't exposed to any air, and therefore it takes much, much longer to break down. Each day in the United States, approximately a pound of food per person is wasted. If we could instead make this waste useful, the planet would be so much cleaner and healthier. Alright, and lastly, number 8, we have recycle. This is like the big one, like everyone loves to recycle, and I made so many videos like you should not recycle, which is kind of clickbait, kind of not. Ideally, recycling keeps the loop going, saves energy and resources, and waste from going to a landfill. But again, I want to say recycling is ultimately the last resort, and that is why it's all the way down at number 8 on the list. That's not to say it's not important to recycle, it is. But even more importantly, make sure you're recycling properly, because otherwise things can go wrong, bad, wrong, not well. Check the video up here to see what you can't recycle, just because there are a number of things that you actually can't recycle. Recycling reduces our greenhouse gas emissions, such as carbon dioxide, methane, I think nitrogen oxide, and chlorofluorocarbons or something like that, like a whole bunch of stuff that we really don't want in the air because they all contribute to climate change. Recycling also helps reduce air and water pollution. So this is really, as a society, how we can deal with this kind of stuff. Mainly material items and waste, but also energy, water, and everything else that has to do with the planet. If we want a sustainable future, we have to improve our 8 R's and really incorporate them into our lifestyles. When we use all 8 rather than the typical 3, we will leave a much smaller impact on our planet. It kind of sucks to say, but material things are always going to be part of our lives. I mean, maybe that doesn't suck to you guys. I don't like the idea of that. But we can always learn to deal with them responsibly. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you made it this far, you clearly are probably mentally not okay. But you've also, I guess, liked the video, and you should consider subscribing and giving the video a thumbs up. You can also comment below anything if you learned something. I hope you did. And I definitely learned stuff by just making this video. Share the video if you want to, and I hope to see you all next time. Until then, peace.